Well, hello and welcome back to Dave's Life Over 65. This is my Microbit version 6. It's a full kit, which means it comes with everything you need to put it together and get on the air, including the case. So let's have a look inside, but first we have to unbox it. And this is about the only knife the Canadian government will allow us to have legally. And that is because you have to use both hands to open it. You can't even have a knife this size, which is, I don't know, 3 inches overall, maybe 2.5. But they won't let you have any knife that you can open with one hand. I'll make a video on that and how I figure the Canadian government is using ordinary law-abiding citizens to justify their lack of action against criminals. Anyways, enough of that rant. Let's get on with the unboxing. Oh, one more thing. If you're in the United States, you might want to consider joining the National Rifle Association. I know that some people consider that to be pretty redneck, but that's all you got. And you have a liberal government now, and we all know what Obama did when it came to gun rights. He wants, as Trudeau, all the liberals, Trudeau's a liberal, or if he was an American liberal and a Democrat, same difference. Well, not really. Canadian liberals are 10 times worse than the Democrats in the States. Although, in all fairness, he's doing a pretty good job with this COVID crisis we're in, which, quite frankly, surprises me. Although his dad did a pretty good job in the FLQ crisis, if you're old enough to remember that. If you're in the States watching this and wondering what the hell was the FLQ crisis, Google FLQ, that's Frank Lima, Quebec. Okay, here's my invoice. $219 US. That's for a full-fledged QRP transmitter. That's damn good. And yes, it's a kit. You have to put it together, but it's not anywhere like the old Heath kits. Although I, in my youth, enjoyed putting together Heath kits. I just don't have the patience for that sort of thing any longer. And one thing, it's certainly packaged up fairly well from the outside. Alright, dear Ham, thank you for purchasing the Microbit version 6. The Microbit is an open radio. Its schematic software, how it works, everything is documented and available for you to understand and measure and experiment. The working of the radio explained in HTTPS, or in other words www.hfsignals.com index.php/ubit-v6. You don't have to understand it or even read it to use your Bit-x. Being an open radio means that there are no restrictions based on how your own radio or on Ubix. Borrowing or changing source code for Arduino, feel free to explore these technical challenges. That's not to mean it doesn't come with a program already in the Arduino. They call it a Radrino. Anyways, in order to save on shipping costs and save the trees, our manuals and help is entirely online. Before opening and trying to assemble this kit, please note, and it goes on, I won't waste your time with that. That's about all you get, is a basic description of the program. Gives you an idea of how to get technical support. It encourages you to tinker with it. And some warnings about 12 to 13.8 volts. The power supply should be able to supply up to 3 amps of current. And of course, you should have a good matched antenna with an SWR below 1 to 1.5. And here's a list, which we'll be using shortly, of what is included in the box, or what should be included in the box. So, let's get into it. Okay, here's the box on the very top. Just readjust the camera. Bring it a little closer. All right. Okay, I found them all. This is the Bit-x Pt1, and I just built it right in the case it came in. It doesn't have a forget what you call those things now. Anyways, this thing. So you had a different way of tuning, which involved a potentiometer as opposed to a what the hell are those things called? Anyways, so there was the display. That was the volume control. And I originally had the Bit-x Pt1 mounted this way. So you had the volume control, and you had the I had two switches here for different things, and mounting the antenna connector back there. And I also put an external speaker in it. I don't know if this one comes with one or not. Let's find out when we get further on down the road. So this is the Bit-x Pt1. This has actually been on the air. Didn't have any QSOs, but I did connect up to 2 or 3 stations on digital mode. So I'll put that aside for now. And this was the first micro Bit-x I got, which due to personal issues I never got around to assembling. Incidentally, you can get the software for the use. I imagine it came with this as well. So now I have this as a backup board. But the main difference, as I pointed out, is it comes with all the components mounted pretty much. The only thing we have to mount is the Radino and the audio stuff. So it's your volume control, and we have probably in the box. So let's start looking at the nice of them to check everything off for me. See if it's the same color ink. No, it's darker. All right, so we got the main board. Okay, let's see if we have the Radino. Picture this is it. No, this is a speaker. So that answers my question. Comes with a nice little speaker. The other reason I didn't build the original Bit-x Pt1 because I was kind of waiting to get a case. But as you can see, this comes with a case which is metal. Isn't that nice? Sort of glad I waited because the one I was looking at was not metal, it was plastic. Okay. let's take a look at it. The holes are all drilled. I would imagine inside here is all the actual devices. Let's see if I can get this tape off without leaving anything stuck on the case. I would have been happier if he'd used a less adhesive tape, but there we go. No, use this box for garbage. I have a gum remover thing, but I don't want to put it on this new case. There we go. We're getting there. I think they would have done a better job with drywall tape. There we go, there's the top. Now, excuse me while I struggle with this tape. Farhan, if you use a little better quality tape, we wouldn't have all this trouble getting the tape off. Needs a fair amount of gum behind too. All right. Radino board with TTF display. What I like about this is it's the big display. All right, and that plugs in there, assuming that's in the picture. So once the board is mounted, I would assume it would be mounted like that. This would plug in there, and it would stick out through this hole here. Okay. So we have the Radino board. Cabinet box, well, right there. Let's see. We got, looks like they've already put part of it together. 4 parts. 1, 2, the body. This completes the inventory for the hardware. Okay, this will end part 1 of my video about the micro Bit-x. And so we got all the parts we need. We got the chassis, we got the display, we got all the various, what is it the British say, bits and bobs. We would say in North America, bits and pieces. It's funny, they don't, actually I think they worded that wrong, because they did give us 2 small nuts right there. One would be for the volume control, one would be for the Radina, which is in here somewhere. Okay, next part is I have to download the assembly instructions. So we'll be back with part 2. Hope you're all healthy. I hope you're staying away from that COVID stuff, and we'll see you in a little while. Take care and be safe.